vehicle was struck by gunfire from this individual. They retreated, called SWAT. SWAT set up. He had been firing many rounds in his apartment, into the walls, and then outside of his apartment. I'm talking about a lot of rounds. Officers retreated, SWAT arrived, and at some point thereafter, as he was shooting over the fence in the back of his apartment, SWAT was able to neutralize him. He was transported to the hospital. He walked out of the apartment, so I don't know that his wound was that serious, but he walked out and was transported to the hospital, and that's what we have right now. But he was I don't know what the issue was, but he was shooting round after round after round into the walls, and fortunately no one else was injured in any of the other apartments. So that's what we have right now. That's preliminary information as we know it. Could change as we get further on into the investigation.
So how did this get called in? We heard there was an argument with the neighbor.
No, there was nobody in there. It was just they heard the rounds and experienced the rounds coming into their apartments. So he was shooting multiple bullet holes in many of the walls, in all the rooms. And again, it's fortunate that no one else was injured with all the rounds that were being fired.
Does this seem like this was a mental health type of issue?
It did. Well, I understand that there's a history with this individual, but he did have multiple weapons inside the house, inside the apartment.
Did you have to do any evacuations?
Pardon?
Did you do any evacuations of the building?
I don't know that there were really any time to do evacuations.
We did have street crime near the building.
Okay, so yes. The answer to that question is yes, we did have street crimes clear the building. One or two of the apartments was vacant already. But again, the fortunate thing is no one else was injured.
And how long was it from start to the neutralization?
I believe that the first call came out around 2 this morning. And I received word about, I don't know, maybe 3:30-ish that the suspect had been shot.
What, I heard SWAT and negotiators were called out here. Were y'all able to communicate with him? And then where on his body was he shot?
I don't know that they were communicating with him or not. He was shot in the head.
He was shot in the head?
Yes.
Okay.
But
so
he was able to walk out of the
Yes.
were any officers hurt or hit?
No.
Was there an exchange of gunfire?
Well, with SWAT, yes.
So did they breach? Did they make it inside the apartment?
No, they didn't breach. They shot him they were outside. He was inside.
Got it. Okay. Any thoughts on this latest officer-involved shooting? Obviously, stopping the threat to neutralize the situation.
The officers did what they had to do. This was a dangerous situation with a lot of rounds being fired in an area that was populated with a lot of people. So fortunately, again, no one was hurt.
Did you recover his guns? Did you recover his weapons?
Pardon?
Did you recover his weapons, the suspect?
Yes.
How many weapons did he have?
He had multiple weapons inside the apartment.
And a military background.
Yes.
I was hearing he had a military background.
That's what I understand, yes.
How old is this individual approximately?
Pardon?
How old is this individual?
43 years old.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks everybody.
You don't want to stay alive?
You said shot in the head, but expected to be okay.
I mean, it wasn't like this.
Like
it was
graze or something like that?
If you want to call it a graze.
Side of his head or the back?
I don't know.
Thank you.